And that means that I will have to say goodbye to my garden and the greenhouses. Hi, welcome to God in the Greenhouse. I'm Nicola, and I'm so happy you made it today. So you're probably wondering where I've been the last week, and I'm sorry for my absence. I did make a post and uploaded that to kind of inform everybody and let you all know you don't have to worry. Nothing's majorly wrong or anything. It's just my husband and I ended up kind of being forced, not against our will though, but we had to make a very important decision. This decision's pretty serious, and we had to make it quickly because of the time of the year it is. And we decided we're going to sell our property and move on. We've been living here for 6 years now. When we moved here 6 years ago, we were moving from the city, the very outskirts of Detroit, where you live pretty much nuts to butts. You can reach your hand out your window and touch your neighbor's window type of situation. And so when we moved up here in northern Michigan 6 years ago, we hit the jackpot. We found a place where we were able to buy it outright. So we never had a mortgage up here. We were able to use whatever extra money we would come across to renovate the inside and outside of the home. So we've been making progress all these years. But during all these years and throughout all that progress, this little town has been growing and making progress, I guess you can say, as well. It's just grown a little too fast for us. And that's why I said there in my caption that this town isn't big enough for the two of us, like in the Old West days, because that's just how we feel. We're kind of starting to feel like we don't really belong. A lot of the places around here are selling for $200,000, and I've seen some to $5 million because we have all the lakes and the beautiful houses on the lakes and stuff like that. But so we thought, while we can make a profit on this property, since we did buy it outright at a very, very cheap price, why not go ahead and strike while the coals are hot and go ahead and move on and be a little smarter this time when finding our property. We did, we were moving from the city, so the neighborhood we found here 6 years ago, literally it was like paradise for us. There's over half an acre on each side of our property that separates us from any neighbors. So you can't reach your arm out and touch the neighbor. You can touch the tree. And we do love the trees and everything. So we are going to be looking for something very similar to what we live in now, just not this type of town. The town we moved into is a very tourist town. We don't work or survive off of tourist money, so it being a tourist town doesn't affect us and our lifestyle in that sense. But the more people that move in and live a way different lifestyle than us make us feel like we should move on and let this town evolve the way it's going to. And yeah, it's just time, and I feel it from the Lord as well. We talked about moving, like 3-4 years ago, right after the pandemic, but it just never happened. And so we hung that jacket up and never looked at it again until this summer hit, and we realized just how big this little town is. And we want the small town feel. We really like a community of a small town, but we also really love the solidarity of living out in the woods, having your own homestead in the middle of nowhere. And that's just the lifestyle we choose to live and we want to live. So we decided to move on, and that means that I will have to say goodbye to my garden and the greenhouses. We will not be taking any of that with us. We will be putting it as a part of the sale of the property. So we will be starting all over brand new with this new property. Now I do plan on growing like a container garden that I can take with me. So I'll be starting that very soon. I also have some other plants I can divide up, because I do want to leave the next people with the garden, but I also don't want to give up a lot of the plants that are established, and I've been growing from seed. So I will be getting some of that out of the dirt before we even put the sign out front. So I'm not going to say goodbye to everything. It is still a little bit of a shock and a little bit hard to talk about because I'm still trying to process the fact that I'm moving. Yeah. So the reason why I couldn't make any videos or do anything this whole entire week was because I had to start getting this property movable ready. I needed to clean and start packing some stuff up because the real estate agent's going to come over within the next couple days and get some pictures. And we're going to go live hopefully by the end of next week, and hopefully maybe have a couple people come see it even before 4th of July. I think that would be really exciting and cool. The faster we move, the better. Because I can start at least a fall garden if we can get out before the end of July, beginning of August. Fingers crossed. It's all cash sales, so everything should move pretty fast. We're going to do the same thing we did here and buy outright, no mortgage. That's really the way we love to live. We feel like we're the wealthiest people in our lives that we know personally, because of the fact that we don't have a mortgage tying us down every month. We don't have a rent payment every month. Our bills are our bills, and we live a lifestyle to where if anything even gets shut off, we're fine. We've got our ways. We're homesteaders and preppers, and really the hardest part about moving will be moving our stuff and our animals, but we don't plan on moving too far. We have a couple towns that we've talked about, and we see that they don't have too much potential for becoming a big town like this one here that we live in has become. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna try to play it smart and do it the smart way this time. And really that's all I really wanted to talk about. I just wanted to let you guys know that yeah, I'm gonna be moving, and pretty excited now. I got over the shock of it, and there were other things that happened that made us have to make this decision. So there's a little bit tied into it. So I had a lot to process, but now I'm starting to get excited. I'm starting to think about designing my new garden. What did I do wrong here, and what can I do right there? New sun positions to play with, new dirt to play in, a lot of things. Really exciting. I'm very excited to take you all on this journey with me. I definitely will be making videos of how this is all going to go and share with you how you move a homestead. How do you just pick up and go and start somewhere new? I honestly only know how to move from the city to up here to the country. I don't know how to move from country site to country site. I was a city girl for most of my life, and believe me though, I'm a country girl forever now. There's no going back. Definitely never going back to the city. I'm trying to get to even more seclusion. I love community, but I value my seclusion like no other. So here's to praying. I know God has a wonderful plan for us in store. This is all His plan. I feel Him working through me. I know God has something really cool for us around the corner. So today I'm going to be working on getting my bathroom actually gutted out, totally cleaned from head to toe. You know, I'm going to be taking the toothbrush out and cleaning those corners. Got to get it ready for pictures. And then it's also taco night, so I'll be making homemade tortillas still. We still got a homestead. That's the thing. We're going to be moving, but we still have to do what we do every day. We have animals, we have our lifestyle. So yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting. I'm going to be trying to do all of this without getting overwhelmed, even though that's probably next to impossible. But because of our lifestyle, it is a possibility. It's not impossible, especially because I'm trying to do everything through God, through the Lord as much as possible. So I thank you so much for hanging out with me today, listening to my ramblings. If you are new here and this is one of the first videos you've watched of mine, I'm sorry if you're a little confused, but if you look at my last post, you will see I left a little exclamation of why I wouldn't be posting for a while, and this is just an update video for that. Just trying to keep it real, let you all know what's going on. Yeah, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. This is definitely going to be an adventure, and I'm really excited to share it with you all. You can hit that subscribe button there. There's also a playlist, video to watch. We'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed one.